Oh, ha, ha, Nikolay, you silly Russian bastard, you. What? I didn't see you there. Hello, camera. I'm guessing that you're here for me to talk about my psychology study, which was a study that I performed for my class on psychology. Well, certainly you have come to the right place, because I know all about our psychology study for psychology class. So join us as we investigate the mystical world of high fives.
So, what we're researching here is, we're at Westtown Mall, social boundaries as varies by gender in interactions between strangers. Can you hear me?
So our procedure is basically we have two test subjects, or two testers. One of the testers is male, one of the testers is female. They're going to go up to random people in the mall and just go and be like, hey, high five, and try to give them a high five. And we are going to record and see how many people respond to the high five. And we're trying to avoid people who are carrying bags and people who are in big groups. Being in a big group or carrying a bag might throw off your likelihood to actually go for a high five. So yeah, that's what we're doing.
By a high fiver in
Hi guys, I am female tester number only. Okay, so I'm going to be doing what they just described to you, which is going up and high-fiving people, and hopefully they'll respond without embarrassing me too badly. That's for you to see in the next few minutes, so come on in.
This is pretty hilarious. Good. I feel like that's we could have synced. I think we're good. I think we're done. Let's go.
I'm the male test subject, and I was just high-fiving people. It was pretty awesome, but some people are kind of just dicks about it.
Arms crossed is like. Come back, Josh. Now he's following the people he just high-fived. That's like so creepy. He's like walking right behind him. One female. Did you see that? She's snooping in the wall.
they really get obnoxious with it. Like, if you add any effects to the cut, like frickin' Ray William Johnson and shit, it's just like, you know how it does like the and like switches between and then like shuffles camera things, and I'm like, dude, you went for like 10 seconds. This is the internet, we get it, just move on.
Why study? Because we can. Because the world demands to know what happens when you offer someone a high five in the mall. We were really interested in just seeing how people would react to a spontaneous social gesture.
And that's why we use the high five, is it's sort of like a weird thing for a stranger to do.
Typically more of a between friends thing.
Kind of semi-comfortable, semi-awkward physical contact.
Our results were actually kind of interesting.
Because we theorized that females would prefer responding to a tester of their own gender. Our female tester got 4 out of 10 female responses and 9 out of 10 male responses.
Well, our hypothesis about males high-fiving everyone was true.
Our male tester got 10 out of 13 females that they approached to respond positively, e.g. just give them a high five back. And for males, 8 out of 10. Well, males did respond positively more often in both cases. than females did.
For females, it was actually the exact opposite of what we hypothesized.
The gender that the females responded more positively to was actually our male tester.
This stood in stark contrast to what was predicted, and I believe that the reason for that is because our male tester, Josh, is just a very sexy piece of man. Other than that, the results were pretty much what we expected. Josh got an overall response rate of 78%, or 18 out of 23 people, and our female tester, Willa, got 13 out of 20, or 65%.
Our study did have some notable problems and areas for improvement, as basically all studies do.
For example, we were getting all of our tests in one location in the mall, or in the hallway that goes right by the front of the Apple Store.
In retrospect, while a high five is kind of in that good level, there are other things that would have a bit more close physical proximity and thus might make people a bit more hesitant.
In addition to that, our two testers themselves are going to have a bit of unconscious bias towards who they approach in the hallways, because they weren't going up to everyone, they were making decisions on the fly of who to approach.
And of course, our subject pool was really small.
And they didn't know that they were being studied. As for the ethicality of it, I don't believe anyone was emotionally scarred by being offered a high five. We did not explain to people that it was a psychology test because they just kind of walked off after we were done. We didn't have a chance to explain to them why we were high-fiving them, but I highly doubt that anyone was so disturbed that they can never, go back out into society again.
Okay, in all honesty, if we ran up and, followed one of the people we high-fived and we were like, okay, I know that was weird, but we did this for a psychology experiment.
Make it worse.
I think it would make it worse. So there you have it. That's everything you could possibly want to know about our experiment, except it isn't, but it is for the purposes of this film. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go awkwardly leave this room and the filming set while the camera stays fixed here to confuse the audience and make this exit awkward and this video ending completely unprompted and weird. Okay, before I completely pause, I like the slightly sociopathic fake personality level of when you're with friends, you're expected to have to do things like laugh and joke around. Like those are both unnatural. I have to do that because I'm with friends and I have to look human. Okay, I'm cutting now. That about summarizes that.